Unbiased Sports back with another video. Arsenal drew 2-2, 2-2s with fucking Chelsea. Shocking from the boys. Not a good performance. I'll get more into that at the end of the video. But I'm just going to jump in to a few clips that I've got here from AFTV that I want to react to and see what the guys are saying. I haven't watched these. So I'll watch them now and agree or disagree, whatever the fuck they say. Listen, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you turn the bell on and, yeah, share this out and subscribe. It helps me out every time you do. So, yeah, let's get into this.
We were shit and they was great. And that's not to take anything away from Chelsea. I think they started the game very well and they caused us problems in the first 5 minutes where they probably should have gone up prior to their penalty. But I just look at us and I think I said it in another fan cam, there's something wrong tactically. Without a shadow of a doubt, we're not the same fluid team we was last season.
As you see at the end of the video, make sure you check out the full video on AFTV and all that good stuff. Links will be in the descriptions. What Turkish you're saying there, listen, I agree 100%. Now, what can I say apart from I agree? There's something missing this season, and I don't know what it is. I think it could be this Thomas Partey not being in the team. Now, that may be overreacting with how important Partey was, but it's the only thing I can think of. This season, we haven't had Partey in that midfield, yeah, and we haven't looked the same. You could argue it's Xhaka not being there, but I think Declan Rice more than covers for Xhaka. He's better than Xhaka. So I think, for me, I think this, obviously there's probably the things going forward and stuff like the players up top ain't firing the way they were last season and that. I think there's definitely something there the manager has to look at though, because I can't lie, this can't go on for much longer. We're still unbeaten somehow, but if that ain't a wake-up call, if that Chelsea result ain't a wake-up call, I don't know what is. But listen, on to the next video.
One of those that I feel really sorry for the defender for. Saliba, in my opinion, has propelled himself forward. Mudrik's got his head on it, and after he's got his head on it, it's gone onto his arm. You know, I was hearing that the rules were that if there was any sort of deflection or movement that took it onto the defender's hand, then they weren't going to deem it a deliberate act or an offence or a penalty or whatever. But it's going towards goal, so I sort of understand that aspect. Look, whatever. I understand what I was given. I think it's harsh on defenders. Let's move on. Interesting enough, John Terry said he would be furious if it was given against him. But anyway.
Listen, another one. James. Now, another one I agree with. Now, listen, the penalty was given. What can we say? It happens. That, as they say, seems to even itself out. But once again, another poor refereeing display. For me, that's not a penalty. I can see why it's given because other ones are given like that. But how the fuck are you meant to play football if you can't jump? I get that his arm's out, but he's going for the header. If this is Saliba, the ball is coming in here. He's going to header the ball, and Mudryk comes from here and headers the ball into his arm. I cannot understand what you want him to do. Not go for the ball. Like, it does not make sense. It was so close, and it wasn't even going in. Like people saying about the Romero one, it was different. There was different circumstances to that for 100%. Yeah, I get that it could be deemed harsh. That ball was going in the back of the net. This one wasn't, in my opinion. Well, it wasn't. If you watch the replay and you watch the angle behind the goal, it wasn't going in. It was going wide. So to me, they were fishing to give a penalty there because it took so long as well, like to the point where no one thought that was going back for it because it had been like 3 minutes. Why can they stop the game? Tell me why VAR could stop the game 3 minutes after or 2 minutes after that fucking handball to bring it back to give a penalty, but they could not do it when Liverpool scored a legitimate goal against Spurs. They couldn't call the game back. They couldn't stop the game. Make it make sense, please, people. Make it make sense. Because it don't make sense to me. But listen, the penalty was given. It was what it was. This is why when Chelsea fans say we're lucky, I don't think we were that lucky, man. I think we were shit. 100%. I think we were shit. But I think we clawed ourselves back in the game and created 2 chances. Maybe the luck of the goalie fucking up. But for Rice to take that first time, that ain't lucky. He meant that, you know. They got a lucky goal that the player didn't mean. And then a penalty that you could argue ain't a penalty. But listen, we shouldn't have won the game. I'm happy with the point not happy with the point. I'm furious with the point. We should have got 3 points, but going 2-0 down away from home, you got to kind of be happy to walk away with anything, you know, when you're playing that shit. On to the next clip anyway.
Mikel is ruthless to get rid of Ramsdale when he hasn't made mistakes. When this guy is making them, this guy deserves to get his place back now, whether it be Tuesday night, whether it be against Sheffield United, whether it be both. I can't see this. There's got to be a level of consistency with Mikel Arteta's decisions. He wants to be ruthless in a position. He's got to be ruthless in that same position with the two goalkeepers.
Dan Potts. Yeah, I love Dan Potts, by the way. Shout out Dan Potts, man. Listen, he's right. He's bang on the money. Yeah, like I was one that wasn't against Raya being in goal, but the last couple of performances, Raya has looked shaky. Right? He's not been almightily bad, or like there's not been many goals that have gone in where you're like he should have saved that sort of thing. But it's more like putting us under pressure. Right? Now, what more mistakes is needed for Ramsdale to actually get a chance back in this team? Now is the time. Tuesday, Ramsdale should be in the team for me. 100%. If it ain't Tuesday, it's got to be on the weekend. Ramsdale has to be back and given a chance now. I think Ray has had this chance. Ray has fumbled a few times. So therefore, if you've got the level of competition like that, for me, yeah, it has to be Aaron Ramsdale in goal. And I agree with what Dan Potts says. Sometimes I feel like Arteta is ruthless with certain players and certain decisions, but he's not ruthless with all decisions. Like Eddie and Nketiah are still starting games, but then other players don't start games. Yeah, so listen, I agree 100% with what Dan said. That for me, I like both keepers, and to be honest, I want the better keeper in goal, whoever's playing better at the time. Yeah, I've got no favourites. On to the next and final clip.
Chelsea fans walking past there, oh, you were lucky. No, we weren't lucky. Number one, we weren't lucky. Let's remember that, yeah? We scored 2 good goals. We deserved, you know, we fought our way back into that game. Anybody was lucky, it was them. Right, the first goal, Saliba, all right, under the new rules, it's probably a penalty because as soon as you got your arm out, but come on, how are you supposed to jump now? Then in the second half, what for all them Chelsea fans who keep saying Arsenal are lucky, did Mudryk mean that? He did not mean that in a million years. That was a miss it cross.
Yeah, So I've been hearing some Chelsea fans try and claim that Mykhailo Mudryk meant that. Fuck off, mate. Did Mykhailo Mudryk mean that, bruv? He's fucking. Listen, don't tell me that you believe that a fucking guy that scored fucking 1 goal before this or something, or 2 goals in his fucking career at Chelsea in basically a season, a half and like a quarter season, yeah, is fucking deliberately doing that. Fuck off, mate. Yeah, the fact of the matter is he didn't look at the goalie once. The fact of the matter is you can see he's lining up the cross and he's mishit it. Like, you can see it, bruv. Like, I know Chelsea fans will ban, hey, he meant it. We kind of done the same thing with the Saka one. But the second one was a bit more legitimate, like he could have meant it. Like, I still am a believer personally that he never meant that. Saka against Chelsea last year, 3-1. But you can look at that and say, oh, he might have meant that. This Mudryk one, bruv, there's no way you look at it and think he fucking meant that. And listen, I agree with what Robbie said. Listen, I wouldn't say, like, this is what I mean. There's luck, and then there's luck, and then there's other things. Like, Chelsea played decent. Yeah, Chelsea didn't play amazing. We played shit. Chelsea played decent. Chelsea, like, I'm going to get onto my little reaction of the game here. Chelsea played pretty decent. They played all right. Because we played shit, it made Chelsea look like they played better than what they did. Not to say Chelsea played bad. Chelsea didn't play bad, but we played bad. So if Chelsea's performance was a 7, because we were so shit, it looked like a 9, but it wasn't. They didn't create many chances. There weren't many chances where you're like, they should have scored that. They should have scored that. They should have scored that. Yes, they were winning the battles. I give them that. They were winning the battles. We didn't see them on it for some reason. Not to say they weren't the better team throughout the 90 minutes. But the fact of the matter is we took 2 chances at the end. They capitulated at the end. That ain't our fault. Like, that ain't luck. Luck is if we got 2 penalties in the last 5 minutes. That's luck. Not that we scored a goal, cool, an error, but you can argue that both of our goals were kind of errors. Both the goals Arsenal conceded were errors, but a lovely goal from Declan Rice that brought Arsenal back into the game. Talking about Rice, big game player, yeah? Bad game, good rice, yeah? Good rice. We love to eat that shit. We love to eat rice, pause, yeah? Fucking mate, that is a big game player, bruv. That is a captain of the football club, bruv. That is someone that drags their team back into a fucking game and gets them a result. Now, listen to all the people that were sitting there going, Declan Rice, this, Declan Rice ain't good enough. This, that is average, bruv. He's the reason that we are where we are in the league right now. I've said it and I'll keep saying it, bruv. And if this team starts ticking the way they did last season with Declan Rice in the team, they will be cooking. But listen, I don't think we got lucky. I think we were fortunate. I think we're fortunate that we've managed to get the goals, like in the sense of sometimes you can push and push and push and not score. But listen, we were clean. The second goal was beautiful. The second goal was brilliant. Yeah, the cross from Saka was perfect, and the little touch by to put it away by Trossard was perfect. There's no luck in that goal. The first one you could argue a bit luck. Then Chelsea capitulated. Chelsea were 2-0 up. Yeah, they could have gone and got a third. They didn't. You know, we weren't lucky where they hit the post 3 times or they got a disallowed goal that shouldn't have been disallowed. If anything, we shouldn't have conceded that penalty, in my opinion. But listen, the rules of the game show it's a penalty, so it's a penalty. We won't argue it. But like, these rules need to be consistent, because I see a lot of shit worse than that. There was the one Man United versus Tottenham, didn't even get looked at earlier in the season, and Romero's arms like fucking up here. You know, so listen, we can let me change this display, man. Let me change this display to yeah. So listen, that's pretty much it. All the links are going to be in the description for this video, for the videos, even AFTV videos. Check them out. Obviously, if you're watching me and you're an Arsenal fan, you know the fuck AFTV are. Yeah, I'm going to be doing more of these sort of videos, watching clips and stuff of other channels and other people's opinions and that, and reacting to how I feel. All that good stuff. Listen, like, share, subscribe. I said it once, I'll say it again. It helps me out so much. Arsenal, man, please, man, just start playing good again. Let's just start. Bro, that game was so hard to watch, that Chelsea-Arsenal game, man. Listen, a few performances in there that you could say were half decent. The rest was... I don't even rate Saka's performance, and he created the second goal. But listen, yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Unbiased Sports. Peace.